Okay, so the last couple of videos I've been talking about human diet and Zen and inner silence and the secret life of plants. And someone just asked me, because today I told someone that, well, anyway, it's a long story. We're still talking about the ethics of killing animals for food. And my gut instinct is it is a horror, HORROR, to factory farm animals or even to go off in the bush and shoot them. It's even a horror to think about fishing, sport fishing or great big nets to catch fish so that we can eat fish and have, like salmon and cream cheese on a bagel. I just imagine myself being a fish and then I'm biting at some food and then my lip gets caught by the fisherman's sharp hook, and the pain that I feel. Do fish feel pain? But the fish was, eating little fish. Yes. This is the horror of planet Earth. Animal life eats other animal life. And then we want to put our human ethics on. I think we have to. I think we have to, because if we go the other way and we say, well, if one fish eats another, then it's no big deal for us to eat the fish, then we've lowered ourselves to the intelligence of a fish. Do fish have less intelligence than humans? Um, do I have less intelligence than Buddha? If I do, then, I guess I have an excuse not to act like Buddha or something. We can't do it that way. It's a slippery slope. All of us will end up being unconscious. In other words, the same thing as Saturday night at the bar where people are doing a dozen shots and they're completely unconscious, passed out. That is the wrong direction. We have to have more consciousness, not less. So, my compatriots want me to say, for starts, please stop eating meat. Please stop killing animals for food. You could follow the Jain people of India. They understand this situation better than all of us because their culture has looked into this for a long time. And, what the Jain people do, according to what we're told, is if they're going to harvest a leaf from a lettuce plant, they'll take one leaf and leave the plant in the ground so that the plant can continue to live. You think it's going too far? How about the Tibetan monks that, when someone's digging a ditch or something, they're there and they're watching for worms. And if a worm is, looks like it's in danger of drying out, they go pick up the worm and put it into some moist soil. Why would you be concerned? It sounds ridiculous to the Western mind. It's just that the Tibetans have meditated for lifetimes and lifetimes, and they've penetrated deeply into what happens to humans after they drop their body, reincarnation, and they understand that sometimes what happens is humans in this lifetime, like maybe your grandmother, get reborn as an animal. It's a shock and a horror. But, they're not the only ones that believe these things. Other cultures believe these things as well. So, if your grandmother gets reborn as a tuna, do you want to slaughter that fish and eat your grandmother for lunch? This is hard for the Western mind because, unless you're a real, I don't know, the people that have Western minds in my town, um, if they're aware of this, they push this information out of their minds because they like the taste of tuna fish sandwiches. So, instead of giving you all kinds of regurgitated information about what the Jain people in India say and what the Tibetan people in Tibet say, I want you to get first-hand information for you. In other words, I'm just going to give you a pointer, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. I want you to go and seek within your own information. But I do hesitate to tell you that because I know humans have enormous ego minds. And ego minds are not the source that I want you to go to. And these ego minds are an enormous stumbling block to getting real truth. And that's why, people go on spiritual groups and they don't become a master for 60 years. Because it takes an awful long time to make your ego subside. Or does it? Well, I have no more to tell you in this talk. Please subscribe and share, and I'll perhaps talk again.